Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Caitlin from Leave Me Alone Plants, and today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know for taking care of your lithops. Now, as you see, I have my little Lithop llama here. He normally lives in the background, so you would have seen him as a little cameo in some of our previous videos if you are not new here. And if you are new here, welcome. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we are coming out with new videos all the time now, so we'd love to have you as part of the family. Now, these lithops are also commonly referred to as living stones, and interestingly enough, the name lithops loosely translates to similar to stones, which, you know, makes sense if you're looking at these guys. Now, to me, they kind of look like little brains. I know some people say they look like little butts. You know, I guess to each their own. I used to think that these guys were super creepy, but they've kind of come into my favor, and if you've watched my recent video on plants that you can have if you're someone who frequently travels, and you've already seen this image, but what really inspired me to get these lithops is this image right here, or right here, I'm not sure where it's gonna go, that they're so, you know, they're all these different colors and they're saturated and they're all smushed together. I think it's so cool. That's what I aspire to, so, you know, I kind of got a small smart start. I've only got 3 here, but we're working on it. We're eventually gonna get there. So I think the easiest way to think about how to care for these guys is kind of just similar to a succulent. You know, they're gonna like a bright and direct light if you can give that to them, of course, as per usual. If you live somewhere with kind of a more mild light, you can do that direct sunlight, but if you are somewhere like me here in Arizona, don't do it. They are gonna crisp up, they're gonna get sunburned, and no one's gonna be happy. Now, you are going to want to be very conservative with your watering of these guys. And, you know, as I had kind of been reading on the specifics of watering requirements for lithops, I had come across this thing that said if you overwater them, they get puffy. And I'm not gonna lie, like low-key, I kind of just wanted to overwater them because what sounds cuter than a puffy lithop, but probably, you know, not for the best, you'll probably end up dying, so I didn't do it. But as for when you should water these guys, there's a couple times of the year where you're kind of going to want to completely hold off. That is going to be the winter time when they're more dormant, and then also anytime that they are splitting into a new plant. So I'll try and bring this closer, hopefully that it shows up, but one of my lithops is currently splitting, and during that time you are going to want to avoid watering, because basically what's going to happen is that new lithop that's forming is going to suck all the water out of the old leaves, and if you start to put more water into its environment, then it's just going to be too much. I don't know, maybe that's when it turns into a puffy lithop. The world may never know. If you do have a puffy lithop, be sure to drop it in the comments down below, because I'm like trying to see that thing real quick. But kind of going off of that point, these lithops will only have one pair of leaves at a time, so you know, you're not going to have one where it's just like a million different lithops coming off of each side. It really is just, you know, it's forever evolving into a new version of its little butt form, I guess. Now, in the late fall or early winter, these guys actually can flower, and funny enough, they look really similar to like a dandelion, if you're familiar with like the little yellow dandelion when they flower. And I remember a couple weeks back, someone in one of my plant groups had posted a picture of their lithop, and they're like, oh my god, it flowered, and everyone went after this girl. They're like, oh, you're a liar, you just put a dandelion in there. Like, that's how much it looks like a dandelion. So I don't know, like, I wish it kind of had a cooler flower, because, you know, it's kind of just looks like a little weed growing out of there. But if you do see someone posting in a plant group about a dandelion growing out of their lithop, they're not lying. That's actually how it works. I've read that these guys are pretty easy to grow from seed, so if you're having trouble finding these locally, that might be a good option to go. I always see them for sale, the seed packets on Etsy. Additionally, you know, if you are trying to buy a full plant, not that $5 is expensive, but typically you can expect to pay about $5 per lithop, which for their size seems expensive, but they're so unique that, you know, can you really put a price on happiness, or a lithop for that matter? That is all I have for you guys today, but if you had other questions about lithops that I did not mention in this video, of course, drop them in the comments down below and I will do my very best to answer your questions. Don't forget to hit that like button, and of course, subscribe to the Leave Me Alone Plant family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.